The series begins with Dr. Far, who is returning from America to Egypt after 7 years, because he was studying technology sciences. On the way, he remembers his childhood memories 20 years ago. He used to say that his friends were bullying him at school because he spoke slowly, and his mother tried to console him, but his father entered him and told him no. You go to school because it will not benefit you. You will receive your father's work because his father is a big businessman and has a lot of money and he is not educated, so from his point of view education is not useful, and then he remembers his high school stage and becomes a shy and introverted person and he agrees with a girl named Sarah and tells her that he loves her and she also tells him that she is in love with him, so Sarah takes advantage of him and asks him to write her homework for her, but he does not know that she is using him. While on the way, he was holding the phone and looking at the social media pages. He discovered that Sarah had married their friend Samay, and at the same time his family was waiting for him at home, but the one who was the most excited to see him is his mother and she would be very proud of him because he got his doctorate from America, but his father and brother whose name is Karam Far keep seeing that this doctor is a simple and normal thing. When Far arrives in front of his house, he meets his neighbor named Walid Al-Ah. He is not interested in his return except that his mother will be happy with him, and Far goes to his apartment and greets his mother, father and brother. Then he sits with his brother and tells Far about his work, and tells him that the last deal in which he won £500,000, and he is a brother working with his father, so their father enters them and suggests to Far that he work with them in trade, so his brother Karam gets nervous because he does not want his brother Fakir to work with them and divide it in the money, so he says Karam is Far he is a doctor and will not understand the business matters, but his father asks Karam to be silent, so Far replies and says that he really does not want to work in the trade. Then Far enters his room and reveals that he is working on an eyewear project. Then we see his aunt and his cousin named Basma who came to welcome Fakir's return and greets him, and her mother advises her that she represents love for Ali and she gets married to Far because they have a lot of money. When Far enters, they receive him in a very sweet way. She does not answer him and takes his account, and in the evening he talks to him, and she tells him that she is happy that he is back in Egypt, and that Far had admired his daughter, his Aunt Basma, since he was young, and now he loves her, so he tells her that he is proud in a message that he loves her. The caller is Ayman, and you answer him, and it appears that Ayman and Basma is related to each other. At the same time, a call from the Ministry of Scientific Research comes to Far and they tell me that Far is a candidate to be an advisor to the Prime Minister in the field of scientific research, and the next day Far wears his clothes and goes to the ministry's headquarters, but his father is surprised that I am going to a job interview in the ministry because his father sees Far as insignificant, and we move to Sarah, his friend in high school, and her husband Samay and their friend Tariq sit with her, and they bully Pride, but Sarah becomes annoyed with them and those who bully them. The employee is surprised at the name and goes to check, but Far focuses on the name and remembers the names of his friends at school and knows that he is a prank of his friends in the school and that Tariq was the one who was talking to him, and if he did a program on his phone that changes the voices and changed his voice to the voice of his master Ali mocking him, and Far leaves the ministry office. He feels frustrated and upset with the way people treat him, and then we see Fakir's family in their house while they are waiting for him to bless Far for the new position. When Far returned to his home, he found the building guard respecting him because he became a consultant. Pride is that a person is a loser, and when he goes to the apartment, he discovers that all the people around him have changed their way of dealing with him, and everyone respects him, and every time he is proud he talks to tell them the truth and that he is a prank, but they do not give him the opportunity to talk and they talk, while Karam is annoyed because of the jealousy of Pride because everyone treats him in a nice way, but he acts like he is happy and blesses Pride, but Pride continues to lie because all people respect him. In the evening, Far talks to Basma, and he tries to tell her the truth in a message that the job was a joke from his friends, but Basma precedes him with a message, and you know in it that she loved him more because of his position at work, so Far decides to delete the letter he had written and keep the secret. And he will be a scientist in physics and he will be close to Far, so Far talks to him about the new job, but Gagar tells him the truth and informs his uncle that the job turned out to be a prank on his friends. Far also talks with his uncle Hassan about the glasses that Far invented, and tells Hassan that these glasses can distinguish between a lying person and an honest person by measuring the heartbeat and other scientific misconceptions. It can also differentiate between an angry person and a frightened person, and he tells Hassan that he will finish making them within 2 days, but Hassan advises him that when you finish making the glasses, do not try them on anyone you love so that you will continue to love him and not be deceived by him, and Pride will remain working in the manufacture of glasses day and night, until she finished with them, and then Basma comes to visit him, and Far wants to try glasses on her, but he remembers the words of his aunt Hassan that he should not try glasses on someone he loves. Indeed, Far gets embarrassed without the glasses, and he talks to Basma, but Basma is deceiving him with her love. Another, and she loves him, so she lies with his smile and says of course not, because I love you, so Far asks her who is Ayman, and before she answers, he wears Far Alan he watches and the stethoscope, turns on the glasses, and asks Far from Basma that she says the truth, even if the words she is going to say bothers me, but she replies to him with Basma and says, of course, I will not lie to you. Far asks her about Ayman, so she replies with his smile and tells him that he is a friend, nothing more, but the glasses tell him that she is a liar. Pride is that they are liars, so Pride leaves them and goes. Then Far walks in the street to try on the glasses, so he meets the building's guard, and he respects him, but the glasses show him that he is a liar, and he knows that everyone who respects him is a liar, because people think that he becomes a consultant for that. They respect him as a lie, and then we see Far sending a message to his friend Sarah, blaming her for what she did to him, so Sarah calls him, knowing that Tariq their friend did that to him, and that she has nothing to do with her, and she apologizes to him, but he is locked up, and then Far walks in the street, and a thief attacks him and tries to steal him, but the glasses show me Pride the person in front of him is afraid, so a solid Pride will overwhelm him and push him away from him. Indeed, the thief runs from fear, so he will be proud and feel the importance of his invention. The next day, a friend of his father and his neighbor Walid gather. They want services from Far because he has become a counselor, and his aunt and his daughter Basma because he wants to get close to Far and they get married, and also other times, and his brother Karam because he wants a service from him, and Sarah also to apologize to him, so his mother enters Fakechar's room and tells him that there are people he is waiting for you, and as soon as Far meets them, they tell him nice words and they respect him, so he speaks with pride and says to me, Sarah, do you know why everyone who is present treats me with respect? So they are surprised by all those present and ask what is happening, so Far tells them the truth and the job of the counselor was a prank on Sarah's husband and his friend, but Fakechar's father yells at Far because he embarrassed him in front of his friend, and everyone mocks him and they go except his mother who stays by his side, but Sarah asks him why she did not tell them the truth from the beginning, so he replies with pride that they did not they give me the opportunity, and also because of their sweet way with me, and I respect them. I wanted to live the lie for the longest time, and Sarah tells him that she trusted him, and he will soon prove to them that he is a really successful person, and then she excuses him and leaves. Then Far goes to his uncle Hassan, and on the way he discovers that the way he treats the guard and everyone who knows him has changed with him after they know that he is not a counselor. 10 days later, he finds a girl arguing with a man in the street, so Far stands up to defend her. Far wears glasses, and the glasses tell him that the person is angry, but Far yells at him. Her name is Noor, and she knows that he is a physicist, so Noor invites him to go to a nearby restaurant. When they arrive at the restaurant, they get to work as glasses, and they get to know each other better. Noor tells Far that it is the first time she met an educated person with a doctor's degree, and he knows that she works as a blogger and has 1 million followers, and it appears that they like each other, and they take each other some numbers and then he goes. When Far returns to his house, he meets his neighbor Walid, so Walid mocks Far, so Far becomes angry with him and tells him that he is a hypocrite and quarrels with him, so Walid tells him that his songs are very famous, but Walid takes Far to his studio to hear Fakechar's songs, but Far is confused and asks himself what is better to be like a famous Walid. He earns money and the respect of people, or he becomes a reputable doctor, and people deal with him foolishly. When he arrives home, he tells Far to his mother about Noor, and he also calls his aunt and tells him about Noor, and he tells him that she never lied to the point that I complained that her glasses were ruined. During their conversation, he calls Noor, a person named Ahmed, and she disturbs him, revealing that there is a problem between them, and she blocks any number he talks to from him. In the evening, he was proud to watch Noor's live, and while he was watching Noor's live, his father entered him and made him choose between working. He is with him like his brother, or he works alone, or he leaves the house forever, because his father did not want Far to be unemployed without a job and to wait for a response in the morning. When Far finishes talking to his father, Noor calls me and tells her that the live was nice, and asks her to meet, so Noor agrees, and Noor is waiting for him, and talks about Far with her friend on the mobile, and she says that he is a good and shy person, and it would be proud to hear her. So Noor replies and says to Noor that she is not in a relationship with someone now, but she was. She means Ahmed. They were in a relationship and loved each other, and then she knew that he was married and had children, so she decided to leave him because he lied to her. Noor, Far, and al-Nazaarat tell me that Far is angry. She means Ahmed and Kam Ahmed. He will hit Noor, but Far follows her and tells him that his name is Dr. Far, the Prime Minister's advisor, and forbids him to stay away from Noor or to imprison him. Far reassures her and tells her that she is not worried because he will be able to protect her, but Noor is worried and tells Far that Ahmed has many relationships and he can verify the information, and at that time he will be able to take revenge on him and show that they liked each other more. So his friend replies to him and says, I will answer you in the morning. The next morning, Fakhr's father enters his room, Far, to ask him about his decision, so Far replies and tells him that he does not want to work anywhere without majoring and that he is a doctor in technology. The glasses decide that he is lying. Then Fakhr's father goes to his wife and asks her to convince Far that he will not leave the house and convince him to work with his father. His brother tells him that you are wrong, Far, because you do not work, and we will not bear your mistake, and you divided us in the money. Far asks his brother about the opinion of his wife, and he tells him that she is right. Then we go to Ahmed while he is talking to his friend on the mobile phone, and he says that I asked Ali drive. Far el-Din Badir, the advisor to the Prime Minister in scientific research, and then we see Fakhr sitting with his uncle Hassan and telling him that there is a number calling me from the Scientific Research Center, so I thought it was another joke from my friends, but the employee tells him, with evidence, that I was in the ministry office a few days ago and met Mr. Ibrahim. So Far felt that the words were real, and he went to the job interview, and he actually accepted the job, and all of this happened to Far before he met Noor, and at the same time we see Ahmed and Noor threatening her that if they do not return to their relationship with each other again, he threatens her that he will expose her and he will share her pictures with him on the internet and he will walk away. Then she will proudly call Noor and he will take her home to tell him what happened with her, so Far reassures her that he will solve the problem, then he will return to his uncle. I love her and that's why I decided to hack Ahmed's phone, who is threatening Noor, so I can help her. Then we see his mother, Far, who sits with him, and Far tells her the truth about becoming a counselor, but he asks her that this issue is a secret between them, so his mother reassures him. The next day, his mother, Far, talks to her sister and blames her for hastening to disapprove of Fakhr's marriage to her daughter, and informs her that Far has already become a counselor. Then Far goes to Noor's apartment, and Far tells Noor that he loves her, and Noor tells him that she feels the same way, but she is afraid of Ahmed, so Far reassures her that he will hack his mobile phone and delete all her pictures from him. Ali has a USB flash drive and gives it to Noor, and deletes all the pictures from Ahmed's phone, while Far reassures her. After that, Noor goes to make Far a cup of tea, and we see her carrying a sleeping pill in her hand, which she puts in Fakhr's cup of tea, and Far drinks the tea. We go back in time a few days and we see Sarah, Tariq and Samay, and they talk, and we know that Sarah is the one who devised his plan to prank the first one that they made for Far, which is a prank on the counselor's job. Tariq tells them that he needs the glasses that Far made, and Fakhr's laptop also has to be open, and while Tariq talks, Noor enters on them and reveals that she is his partner. With them, the light of their three happiness, and Far al-Habs act, in order to steal the glasses and the laptop, and they planned this idea after Sarah was at Fakhr's house, trying to console him after the first prank. Be secret. But when Sarah returns home, she tells her husband Samay about everything about the glasses that Far invented, so they decide that they are making a plan to steal the glasses and sell them and earn money. Some people steal the glasses in exchange for money, which they will give to Noor, and Far wakes up from his sleep, but he finds out the laptop and the glasses are not there, and he finds Noor leaving him a message apologizing to him that she betrayed him and took the glasses and the laptop, so Far opens an app to track the laptop and discovers that his friends deceived him again, and they know that Far sees a sound and a picture of them, and he can report them to the police, so they get scared. So Far loses his confidence in all people, and that all of them are liars, so he decides to return to America and keep away from all people, but he chose the dog to be with him because it is in his nature to be loyal, and it appears that Fakhr has real glasses. It's the end. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye.